Coming up in today's video, guys, we've got lots of different types of wax coming up in for our removals today. So my name is Rhys Barber, I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
And my name is Taylor Green, and we've got my patient up first. So you can see we've got quite a big old plug in this one, to be fair. We've got the standard size on the tube, just walking this out of the ear canal. Nice and easy.
Came way easy, that one.
Oh, look at that, it's hanging on by a bit of a hair, that one.
Literally hanging on by a thread, yeah.
Literally. So yeah, it's coming away quite nicely at the moment. Patient has been using a little bit of a few drops. I think they actually stopped about a week before coming into the appointment, but has been using them recently, so it has helped. But not quite as much, I don't think, as what it would have been if we was continuing to use it, but coming away relatively easy anyway.
That's all you want, as long as it's coming away in bigger pieces. That's chunky pieces as well, they're Taylor Green. They're good ones, them.
That's a good one.
Oh,
bit of dead
along with
skin at the end.
skin attached to the end.
Just a little bit of tidying up here now. But it's all this like kind of dead skin again now that's just kind of left here. Very paper thin sort of layer. I've got the fine end on for these bits because they do tend to make a little bit of noise.
They will. They'll whistle a bit, these ones. Yeah. I found I've used recently, especially with those very thin skin peels, I've been putting some olive oil on top of them. They don't tend to whistle quite so much.
Yeah, I've done it occasionally, but I don't tend to bother when it's only little bits like this. Yeah. If it's quite a lot still covering the ear canal, then I may pop a little bit in then. But it seems to be coming away okay. At this point, it would have just been sort of crackling rather than it whistling. Got a little tiny hair in there. You're probably gonna call me out on that little hair. I actually don't think I removed the hair.
Oh no!
I know. I tried to remove one on a patient the other day, and I must have spent half of the removal just trying to remove this one little hair, and it just would not go anywhere. I was repositioning it to try and grab it with the forceps, but anytime I moved it, it flicked back up against the ear canal.
Oh, that's not what you want. That's a chunky one as well, look at
that. Yeah, completely blocked up both sides.
They'll either come out absolutely brilliantly, or you'll be fighting that type of wax for ages.
Or just break away in little bits and start unraveling all the skin and.
Oh, that looked like came away nicely. Look at that.
Yeah, it's quite a deep one as well. Little bits left to hoover up.
Yep.
Ooh, sound effects on
it. That's a good one.
Got the fine end on here now again, just to remove these thinner little pieces a bit more comfortably. It's not as loud not as loud the fine end.
It's just not drawing as much air into the canal, so it's not quite as noisy.
I was just going to say, you may have spotted there was a little tiny spot of this right on the ear canal. Oh yeah, there it is. I forgot to mention that actually. I was focusing on the little piece of wax that was on the eardrum. So you can kind of see just up on the right hand side there's like a little tiny what looks like an
epidermal cyst or something along those kind of lines.
Yeah, I can't really for definite say. It's nothing I would think would be untoward, I don't think it also is an osteoma, which is like a bony growth.
Yeah.
And I also don't, very, very unlikely for it to be surface ear as well, because it's in a wrong place. Yeah. There's only one of them and it's very, very tiny. I mean, don't get me wrong, surface ear can be tiny, but
but it would be much, much deeper in the canal. It would be, that would look more sort of almost on the border of the cartilaginous portion of the canal. So you don't really think it's going to be a bony kind of outcrop there, really bony growth, which is what an osteoma is. So you lay down bone on top of your original bone, which is why you get these little white lumps.
Usually with these kind of extraordinary sort of not pathologies, but just technically pathologies in the ear that we're a bit unsure of. We can send, the good thing with the endoscopes is we can send screenshots and attach them to the letters that we send to GPs. So it's that's the good thing, that the GP doesn't technically have to see the patient then in person to look at it. We can just send them an image of what it is. They might want to see it themselves, but we've been banging on about that last one for a little while now. I think this is my patient.
This is yours as well. Anyway. It's all right. It's much more sticky, soft wax. This one. Look at this coming away.
The ear canal is not as wide on this one either. I think this is actually the standard size on the tube here, but we can only just about get it in. So it's going to need a good wiggle, this one, to get this one out.
It's got a very gloopy appearance, isn't it? This one. It tends to they tend to leave this sort of brown sludge on the outer portion of the canal with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this was the patient's first time for wax removal as well. I think it was a relatively young patient.
Yep.
18, I want to say, 18, 19. But yeah, I mean, we could have attempted to go in and take those little, like, almost staining away from the ear canal, but you know, when it's a patient's first time, you don't really want to be doing those more difficult, like more complex kind of procedures when we're in the, because again, as soon as we start making that, you know, if we accidentally make it a little bit uncomfortable, patients are a little bit less likely to want to come back.
Yeah.
So we want to try and keep it as comfortable as possible, you know, which I would say, you know, 98% of the time we would, but you know, we don't obviously make the the removal uncomfortable.
No. It's I mean, what you get is it's just letting if you weigh up, what you got left is just staining. It's just a bit of oil. To take that off, you'd have to almost scrape it along the canal wall, and then that's going to be uncomfortable for the patient, but without giving them any benefit to the hearing from what you've already removed. So it doesn't really seem much point. Got a lot of skin in this one though.
Yeah, look how narrow the ear canal is on this side. It's like it's almost closed up completely. It's this is, as you just said, there's a lot of dead skin here now, which may be sort of wrapping around this little parcel of wax.
I think that's what's happened. We've got this sort of wax and skin mix. And I think when you've got these kind of very almost, not collapsed, but these kind of almost collapsed ear canals, it can be very difficult for a lot of the wax to migrate out. And then when we talk about that hardened skin, which migrates to the outer portion of the ear canal, that becomes much harder to get out as well. For instance, you can see with this particular each side here, if we look at this, we've got all this collecting at the entrance here, but when you look further back, there's nothing further back, so it's not sort of generally sticking to the canal all the way along. It's just getting trapped by this entrance here. Holding that open, you know, trying to keep that held open there with the side of the Zollner tube, just so we can get this out. You could do it with, I mean, this, I talk about this rose insert thing a lot, but if the rose insert was a little bit more sturdy, perfect to get in behind it and hook through, you know, we could use a St. Bart's hook to get behind that now if we've got that little gap at the top, but it is coming away, you know, and we can't hold it, so.
That is the one bonus, I would say, with the St. Bart's hook, to be fair. It's the actual,
neck,
the whole sort of neck, of the tool is quite tough, so you can actually hold the ear open slightly with it as you're doing the procedure, but it's not doable with the rosin insert that unfortunately it just bends and just kind of sits in the wrong place, and you can't, it's a bit of a pain sometimes.
Doesn't always want to come out. No. So I can see now it's got stuck, right? So we're not really kind of getting too much forward momentum. I'm seeing if I can just pull. There's something about this must make me think this is going to come out with a bit of suction. Because looking back at it now, I probably would have gone back in with a curettage tool probably about 30 seconds ago and whipped that out. Oh, there you go. There it is.
There it is.
So we've got the St. Bart's hook in there now just to hook around that corner. There we go. Out that comes.
Look at that, lovely.
Yeah, I should have done that 30 seconds ago, I think. Would have been like, a bit easier. But it's come away really nicely. Just going to take away this little bit of dead skin. There you go.
Nice.
And that's the nice thing about watching these videos back and voicing them over, is that sometimes I'll think back and I'll go, do you know what, I probably would have done it a bit differently again now. And next time I come across a similar kind of case, I'll go back and I'll think, oh, do you know what, I used the St. Bart's hook there. I thought that would have been a good idea. I'll go back and do that. So lots of skin, lots of wax, 4 centimeters, inch and 5/8. No, inch and a half. You're right. That is an inch and a half. Yeah, inch and a half. No. There we go, guys. Well, thank you again for watching our video today. If you do enjoy the videos, you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. If you thoroughly enjoy the videos and you're watching this on YouTube, you can become a member. Or if you have ear problems yourself, you can check out the link tree in the description. Book yourself an appointment with myself or the lovely Mr. Taylor Green, and we'll get that sorted out for you. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another. And we shall see you again real soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.